Praise God. Paul asked a very interesting question. He asked a very interesting question. He said, who can separate us from the love of God? Very interesting question. And during the course of the teaching, he also answered the question. He said, nobody can separate us from the love of God. But he listed those things that can make us not to be separated from the love of God. If you study Romans chapter 8 from around 35, you will understand how he listed those things that cannot separate us from the love of God. But did you know what? He did not add sin as one of those things that cannot separate us from the love of God. You will understand that he listed different things: tribulation, hardship, famine, depth, height, angels, and different things, that those things cannot separate us from the love of God. But he did not add sin. Do you know what that means? Sin can separate you from the love of God. Sin can separate you from the love of God. Go and check it, you will understand. So when he asks, who can separate us from the love of God? You can separate yourself from the love of God. You alone has the capacity to separate yourself from the love of God by simply disobeying God's commandment. That's all. By simply disobeying God's commandment, Adam separated himself from the love of God by disobedience. That's all. So the power to remain under the love of God, the power to separate from the love of God is within you by simply your decisions. It is by your decisions you can either remain in the love of God or you separate yourself from the love of God. Paul himself said, anybody you yield yourself to obey, anybody you are willing to submit yourself to obey, he said you are a slave to that person. You can either be slave to sin that leads to death, or you remain in obedience to righteousness that leads to life. So it is your decision to make. So sin, by your decision, can separate you from the love of God.